odd thing at all. Because when the New Testament was written, somewhere starting in the 50s with St. Paul, all the way through to around 120. Big thing that happened in 70 AD. Anybody know what happened in 70 AD in Jerusalem? Big guys. Book couldn't be written the way it's written without knowing and experience what happened in 70 AD to the Jews in Jerusalem by the Romans. They destroyed Jerusalem. It came down and just wiped them out. And then the Romans made war on all Jews in the empire. And it ended about 120, 130 AD. I'm not making this up. These are historical facts. So while these crazy Christians were putting together the New Testament, and they were crazy because that they saw no division between Jews and Gentiles when it comes to Jesus, because the division disappears when you start being the kingdom of God in the world. But we've completely lost our context for the text, and I understand us to in my lifetime, my generation has bought into wealth-born empire, and we think God blesses it. And I'm at a loss as to how to continue to say, like, wake up. This is not what this text is about. And I would say that our message is not all that well received. I don't see I don't see this message even getting through to the hierarchies of our churches. Not at all. Yeah. Nonetheless, the challenge to live the life that Jesus would want us to live. I made it my life's obsession. And Christians, you read this New Testament, you would say these people are pretty obsessive. I mean, they ain't lukewarm on anything here. They're really out there, edgy, living really counter signs for the first century. Believing in a crucified Jew on a tree? That's hard sell. That was hard sell in the 2nd century. It really was. And now it's no less harder now. And the irony is that in the 1st and 2nd century, Christianity was a very subset of a sect of the Jewish people who were being destroyed and dismantled by the Romans. And one of the complaints that the folks who were Jewish fighting for liberation and fighting to free them from the Romans was that these Christians were pacifists. We couldn't count on them to help us. They disappeared when the Romans came. Their text said, run away. Don't get involved. Now, admittedly, there weren't that many Christians to make a difference. When the New Testament was written, another way to measure how important the original generation of Christians were is to find them historically in the past through archaeology, anthropology, all of that stuff that, those